It'll be a great weekend. Alright, so we just got to the Lazy CK Ranch. This is our, this is my quarters for the weekend. Jake's next door here. But got my Dark Mountain pre-workout, which I'm going to need here in a second because I'm freaking tired. We just drove like 13 hours, shower and all that. Got this, gonna throw my broadheads on. I think we're gonna go hunt, I'm not quite sure. But gonna put my broadheads on, get ready. Got all my scree gear and everything, so should go soon. Got the bow, got the bino harness. We'll head out. It's going to be a super fun weekend for sure. So I think we're gonna target black buck and axis deer. And so far we've seen turkeys, axis deer, black buck. I think we saw some rams, a couple other stuff. So it's gonna be a great time. I'm tired. Looking forward to a good night's sleep tonight. But let's go see what Jake's up to.
Alright, so we're here, dude. Texas, this is insane. We just got here this morning. We're already starting to sit in this blind, so he's been saying axis deer started going rutting pretty hard and black bucks are going, so let's try and see what we can do. This is gonna be awesome. So we're set up right over here. And got the old Hoy. So let's see what we can do.
Alright, we're heading out. BowhuntingAZ. Gonna go set some blinds. It's actually it looks like it let up a little bit.
Yeah.
Good luck.
We're gonna perfect time to try and do some spot shot too, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Not super soft. It's sprinkling a little bit. Still get a little bit of some sound coverage, so let's see.
You awake?
Yeah.
Alright. Good luck. Let's go.
Good luck.
Just put a stalk on some axis, climbing through the trees and stuff. And you know how close we got?
Was about 60 or 70 yards.
Okay. 60 or 70 yards on a bunch of axis. And trying to get a doe and a bunch of bucks there too.
I need a big herd of bucks. A bunch of them together.
Heck yeah.
Too many eyes.
Yeah, too many eyes for sure. So we're gonna go try to put a stalk on them again. We saw the freaking toad hog earlier. Good grief, that thing leaked out. It was hauling butt. But it's super cool. So we're having a great time. We're gonna get done here soon. And we still got all evening too. So heck yeah.
Never gonna kill something.
For sure.
Got them?
Yeah, that's so cool.
Well, we just got back to the thing. We just got into oryx to about 12 yards, probably, to those oryx. That was insane. So we're gonna try and see if we can get back on them.
Well, we just arrowed a freaking giant oryx. So, we're gonna back out for about at least 30 minutes. It was good sign, good blood, nice bright red, doesn't smell. Looks like a good pass through, so fingers crossed we should find it, but beer time. This is the arrow, some blood on the veins, blood all the way up through, clean pass through. We got some blood all in here, keep following it up, blood all over the trees, all over right here. We're hoping there's a little buzzard right hanging out right here. We're hoping he's right in there, so. Well, here we are.
dude. This thing. Feel all this blood. I shot definitely pretty far forward, but it worked, man. Holy cow. Hey. What a beautiful animal. Oh my gosh. There's gonna be some good eating right here. Can't wait. The first evening was in the books. With rain scheduled for the next few days, we knew this was going to be a challenging hunt and anything but a gimme. After 2 failed stalks and white-tailed deer blowing nearly every attempt, it made this hunt that much harder to fulfill my spot and stock harvest. There he is. Right before the rain just starts coming down. After being able to successfully fill my spot and stock oryx, my hunt was coming to a near end. My desire to fill a second tag was slipping through my fingers. With 1 evening left, I had my last opportunity on a mature 1-horned black buck. As I drew my bow back, I was surprised with a sudden misfire, only to find out that my release broke and my arrow fell right at my feet. This was just another instance where we all gain more experience in the field. In hindsight, that misfire was literally 1 shot away from happening during my oryx spot and stock.
Alright, we're in the blind. My guy just dropped me off. He's taking the side-by-side down the road. We pulled up and there was a big axis buck right out here, and then a black buck, and then a bunch of whitetails and stuff. So, good spot. Can't wait. We're gonna get it on film. He's a photographer and video guy as well, so I got him filming for me. And got my camera right here, so it's gonna be a good time. Here we go.
I've always hunted with the mindset of a survivalist. Back home on public lands, I aim to put meat in the freezer. But being on this ranch, I knew there were much larger, more mature animals out there. It was the evening of day 2, sitting a blind, and my guide confirmed there were much larger black bucks out there. So with confidence, I decided to pass on this one. But to see them up close and how beautiful their coats and horns are was a treat all on its own.
Alright, today we are going to go sit at a tree stand, and he said it's a great hole, it has a lot of animals coming in on it, so hopefully we'll be able to bag us a black buck. Passed on one last night, he just wasn't quite big enough, but it's alright, today we're going to get it done. Let's go.
After sitting the majority of the morning in a tree stand, I became too antsy to sit any longer and wanted to take advantage of the damp ground to spot and stalk. Good thing we did, because we spotted a monster black buck and immediately gave pursuit.
Stalking a black buck. A good one. Doesn't know it yet. But this is where patience comes in. Yeah, big time.
Unfortunately, this stalk didn't play out. We got a few more stalking opportunities on several other black bucks in a bachelor group. That's what's so awesome about hunting the Lazy CK, is the overwhelming amount of opportunity to practice stalks again and again. Surprisingly, it's still not any easier than a public land hunt. These animals are still on edge and extremely difficult to kill in a spot and stalk environment. Having sat the morning, my guide and I watched a partially broken black buck linger on the perimeter of our elevated blind. He turned and followed the tree line, only to bed in tall grass, leaving his antlers exposed. Eager to move, we climbed down and we began to immediately pursue the buck on a stalk. On our way over is when everything changed. A roar pierced through the brush, and immediately we knew we had a large, dominant access buck coming right at us.
So I just stalked an axis buck. Took a shot. It was about 60 yards, so he's gonna go over there and check for the arrow and look at the blood and stuff. But yeah, man, I'm pumped. It looked good. It felt good. So he's ranging back right now. So let's see. Hopefully it's not a miss. There we go.
He shot an axis buck. He was about 60 yards from. We shot him through that tunnel, and he was standing right here. This is where he jumped away. You can see the marks where his hooves kicked away, and we don't have to look far before we start finding the first blood. The shot looked slightly back, some blood on the cedar there, and then got some blood on the rocks, the leaves and stuff over here. It's good blood as far as I see. We haven't done any tracking yet, as of yet, but find the spot, and we're gonna give him some time, and we're gonna track him, and hopefully we find him not too far from here.
Alright, so we have a hit axis buck. Got blood. Bubbles? Bubbles in it. Slight bubbles. Yeah, this one especially. Got it. Bubbles there.
So how are you feeling?
The jitters are almost gone now, but man, you're sitting there.
Dude, on the trail. Good blood, but you just never know, man. They're super tough creatures. They can do anything. So, but we got him right here. Look at all these battle scars he's got on him.
How old do you think he is?
Between 6 and 8 years. No, this is very broad. I've seen them like that, you know. So this is very, very nice. But look at this thing, how it's plating out. So it's not round.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yep.
And then with blade, they call it blading. This one also wants to do it, but it's a bit thicker. Got a couple of kinks here on top.
This was hands down some of the best ways to build experience as a bow hunter. Having a PH or pro hunter guide, and advise you, laying down so much knowledge was absolutely amazing. Couple that with tons of stalking opportunities, with the majority of them failing, seriously opens your eyes to the capabilities of the animals and the skill sets that you need to build or work on to excel as a bow hunter. I get and understand that this trip is financially difficult for many, but if you're serious about growing as a hunter and understanding the craft, the very best thing you can do for yourself is to save as much as possible and give yourself an experience like what the Lazy CK has to offer. I can promise you, you won't regret having placed your money here, nor will you ever forget a hunt like this.
So we were going after them, and then we saw nilgai cows, and so we went after those, and then we heard him like roar, and so we're all right.
Right on. Good luck.
Awesome.
Andre was gonna, he's like, I was gonna turn around and ask you, do you want to shoot it? And he saw me at full draw and just go.
Good job.
Oh yeah.
Jake and I were both so blessed to take some of the best quality game meat there is. Oryx and Axis meat are both top of the pyramid when it comes to taste and quality. Pair that with the knowledge we learned while being here, and you have an unforgettable experience that'll never be forgotten. The camaraderie here is absolutely unparalleled. In the end, I learned that patience is a huge aspect of my bow hunting adventure that I need to work on. Too often I've tried to force the shot into happening. That's how you end up with poorly placed shots and a wounded animal. In my experience here on the ranch, I found my Axis harvest to be absolutely harmonic. Everything played out perfectly, and I learned to recognize and acknowledge that gut feeling that the shot is about to happen and to move forward in confidence with that in mind.
Well, we had one hell of a time. This is goodbye. If you guys ever make it out to Texas, this is definitely something that you're going to want to come experience for sure. You got to come do it.